Design a study in 50 steps, step 12. We're taking a little break from talking about our sample. We're not going into recruitment right now. Because before you recruit people for your study, you best have your instruments ready. That means like your tools. Do you have your survey designed? Do you have your interview questions crafted? Do you have your observation protocol? All the things that you need to collect data, you want those before you go recruit people. For step 12, I'm not going to have you create all the things like that. That's a lot for one step. But I do want you to go back to step 5, see the list of all the places you need to get data, note all the ones where you're like, I'm going to collect this. Create a to-do list of the instruments that you need to make. If you wrote down survey, now is the time to get more specific. Do you need just one survey? Or if you look at your research question, do you really need like a pre and a post survey? So you need to design 2. Maybe you need to create multiple surveys because you actually need one for teachers, one for school leaders, and one for students. This is the time to think about in great detail, what is it that you need to get to work on in order to collect your data? Don't hold back in this step. Put everything from step 5, every tool you could possibly need on this list. You're noticing like, oh my gosh, this is a lot of like ways that I'm going to be collecting data. That's okay. We're going to deal with that tomorrow. For now, just be thorough, be comprehensive. Also make a little section for all of the data that you need to request or download. So these places where you said like administrative data or census data, whatever. Those should go on your list too because you're gonna have to go get them. And the details you'd wanna add here is like, where are you gonna go get it? Is this like, oh, I can just go to a website and download it? Or is this like, I'm gonna need to contact someone and request the data and possibly sign an agreement with them? The reason we're revisiting step 5 with like greater specificity is because the purpose of step 12 is different. Step 5, you need to think about how you're collecting data in order to get you to the right type of research design. Now is kind of like a check on like the feasibility. How realistic is it for you to design all these instruments and collect all of this data? So you don't want to just know research question 1 survey. You want to know research question 1, it's going to be 5 surveys, it's going to be spread out over time, it's going to go to these people.
Okay, so I would recommend doing something like this, and yes, you can download this off my website. So in step 5, you had like your research question, the type of data, and like who is collecting it, right? Amazing. So how you would add to that in this step is research question survey, I'm collecting it, and like who is it from? Let's say I'm doing a school study, so I'm going to collect survey data from teachers, but I'm actually also for research question 1 going to need survey data from students. So now I have research question 1 in there twice, I have 2 surveys, one from teachers, one from students, me, I'm collecting it. And then if I'm collecting it, when will I collect it? Let's say I want to collect it in the fall and spring for teachers and just in the spring for students. And then I can put any other notes that I have over here in column H. Let's say for research question 2, again, type out your full research question, you had administrative data because you wanted to look at the census demographics. And who is that from? Let's say it's from everyone who lives in the school district. You would be more specific, right? But everyone who lives in the school district I'm studying, who's collecting it? Someone else. The US government does that for me. If someone else collects this, how will I get it? Census, easy. I can download it online, but you also have the option to say like, oh, I would need to request this. So I can download it online. And if someone else collects it, where will I get it? And this would be like census.gov is where I'll get it.
Okay, go make your super specific list and I will see you tomorrow.